Hi, I'm Linda, Funky by Linda, and today I'm going to show you how we make one of the bags. It's Funky by Linda. So there's a little jewel on there, little zip, and peeky-boo, there's some lining in there too. So let's get started.
For today's bag, we're going with a vibrant floral print, perfect for adding a pop of colour to your makeup routine.
I just like to have lots of variety, so I'm going to pick out one today to go with funky really, but it depends what mood I'm in. So I'm going to go through, actually, that one's speaking to me. So we need these two items to start. So I happen to obviously pull that piece out, and that happens to be a nice size, so I'm not actually going to cut that at all because I think that's going to make a nice size bag. So then what we're going to do now is take the lining to the size that we've got of the material, and then we're going to cut the lining exactly the same size as that piece of fabric. So pick up the scissors. Now we've got our square piece of fabric, we've decided that we're going to use that size. We'll put the lining piece that I've found, just any little bits that you can use and recycle, saves wasting anything. So all we're going to do now is just cut that to the same size, turn it round. It's only roughly as it will go in seams. Right, so now I've got that cut out, I'm going to rip some of those and then just peg them along just to stabilise the fabric being together so that I can then overlock it all the way around. So we'll continue pegging all the way around. These are great, these little clips. I used to pin everything and then get pin hands, so ouch every time you chose one of the pins. Just take some more clips down this side. I'm ambidextrous, so I can do things left-handed as well as right-handed, which is quite handy when you're doing fabrics. And I'll just stick one there like that, and just move that one up there. Right, just going to take that over to the overlocker. So just to recalculate of the sizes, obviously with the machine I've got here, it chops as well as cuts and measures. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. And then you know then when you come up to here, when you put your zip on, you're virtually absolutely square all the way around. Right, so now we're going to prepare for our zip. So I'm going to come around here and what colours? We've got some lovely funky colours here. So I'm going to pull a pile out and then just use reference to zips and see what catches my eye. Blue, no, actually I think I'm going to go with the pink. So what we'll do, find an end, come over to there and we just chop. And then in my magic box here, I've got all these colours. So again, the pink shouts out, put all these back, and then we're going to turn it over, and there's an up and a down on the zip. They look identical, but actually you're threading the zip on to that one, which doesn't work, so you turn it over, and this is obviously the end that I need. And hopefully, there you go. So you have a little bit upstander because that's where you grab. So you've now got a zip that looks uncomfortable, but all you're doing is opening that up, turning the zip to the top, knowing that that's our size that we're going to use. Now what we're going to do is we're going across to the machine where I'll be attaching my zip to the fabric. At this stage I will have to put my glasses on because I'm going to now be changing the zipper, which is a zipper foot that goes along the side of the zip when you're machining, whereas the foot I've got on here is a general all-round foot. So I'm going to show you that one. You take that one out. These are the two different feet, so they're very different. One's got a hook on the side, little hole for the needle, that's a double foot. So we ditch that one for the moment, and this is the foot I'll be putting on. Tighten that back up. And now we're ready to machine our foot. You get down a little bit, lift the foot up and just zip her along to get rid of this this metal thing here, because you don't want to be machining that. And you just come along the side. Keep coming down. So you can see with that side machined down and the neatness of it, and it's all tucked away nicely flat, and you can see the bit that I haven't done. So that's why we wanted to do that, because it creates that. So when you then turn it over and look at it, you've got a nice seam down here in the nice colour white cotton, so it disappears, or you can enhance it with a colour cotton, matches it, whatever. This is the side I now need to do, and that's the bit that is flapping, and that's what we want to stop. So that going down to here keeps the zip exposed, which is what we want to do, and you'll see why later. So again, same process. We're going to open the zip up as far as we dare, that we're comfortable with. Don't be frightened of it. Flip that over, so put all that fabric to the right hand side of the machine, and then you're going to do exactly the same process again. So you're running down the edge of that zip, pushing and pulling so that you don't have a little tuck. You need to have that flat here, and you can see that's what we've got at the moment, and we're going to stop that happening by pulling and machining down the side. Right, so now I've got a little label over here, which I'm going to, this is obviously for the bags that I'm selling, so a little FunkyByLinda little logo. So I'm actually going to just set that on the same line as where the machine line is, and just attach that. Come in about that much, because time you've put your seam down there, you don't want to lose half of your label. So you come in, doesn't matter, you can come in far enough over, you can go in the middle, you can go the edge. The edge is quite nice because it just showcases they're made by me. Backwards and forwards. Go right along the edge of the label as far as you can. Take the hand bit, drop the needle, turn it round, come down to the bottom. Again, use the hand bit, drop it down to where you want it. So you're going corner to corner, right on the very edge. Again, I've got a powerful machine, so I'll just do it very slowly for you. And again, back up to there. And then just drop it back, forwards, and then up. Take it off, trim the cottons off nice and neat. Now normally I would use a black thread, but I'm doing it for this purpose for the filming at the moment, so that we can see what line we've actually taken on that little label. So it's just on the edge all the way around. So at this stage now, we've got the shape we want, and we've got the zipper. So what we're going to do now is place that zip in half, literally from the pinpoint of the zipper, which is that part there. We're going to just fold that in half, clamp it with your fingers. Doesn't matter if this end doesn't match entirely, because you always get movement with stitching. We'll worry about that in a moment. Don't forget, this bit's not joined, so you've got to be even more careful to clamp that with your fingers. Drop the needle in, and a couple of stitches forward, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, and go to the end. So now we have our bag ready to turn over. You can see all the machining that we've made, where the label's gone, the edges. I'm fortunate to have an industrial machine, being an interior designer and curtain maker in my past career, and hence why I've got so many fabrics. But yeah, you can do it on any domestic machine. The domestic machines these days are phenomenal, and they will do exactly the same as mine. So don't be put off by that. I'm just going to go over to the bench now, turn the machine off, and we'll go. So we'll come back to the bench, just check it over, check all the little cottons, quality control, snip out any little cottons on there. Make it nice and neat, because it's got to be as neat inside as it has to be on the outside. And then we're going to be opening that zip, checking again. Yep, that looks good. And then we're going to turn through. So what you do, you get your thumb and your finger in here, and you're just going to pinch and push. And you can see I've got a really sharp little edge. I'll show you again. Finger in, thumb on, pinch as tight against your finger the other side and push. And that's why we get a lovely end like that. Same as the other end, finger in, find your finger right to the edge there, pinch and push. If you haven't got such a neat seam, or you've struggled with that, I've got a little tool over here, which is a little poker, I call it, a pencil, anything not too sharp, because what you don't want to be doing is going through the fabric. If you're in doubt with your corner, just push it in and just give it that little final push. And again, I've been quite lucky because my nails are quite sharp, and a little push on there. So again, I've got a little bit more out of that one. So I've actually got a really nice point. And then you'll continue to turn through. Goes out the way for you. Then when you get to the zip end, we've got this bit here. So again, this part here is quite solid. So you're going to shut the zip up a little bit so that you can get your finger in there. Same rules, push and push, and literally you'll see the zip coming and poking up. There you go, it's poked up. There you go, look, nice sharp edge. And then you come along to the other end, flatten your bag, push the zip closed, and there you have a finished object. And then inside, nicely lined. And then what we're going to do, we can then put a nice little jewel, which we'll show you on the next clip. So I'll just bring my little sort box out, one of many that I have. And these have got the jewels inside. So I'm just going to pick out a couple of little jewels, just to coordinate the bag, and then we can see which one we're going to add to our bag. Right, so now we're going to do a little teaser. These are really quite sweet, so it depends on how elaborate you want to be. That's that one. You can have something like that one, little gems, or actually just something very, very simple, just to put on a zipper, give it a little bit of sparkle. Depends what sort of, what colour coordination you want to do, and you just add that to the zipper as a little something funky. We're going to attach it to there, and then actually when you turn it over, you've got a nice little. Thank you for joining me on my channel and showing you how to make my bags for FunkyByLinda. I make them with love and care, all handmade, as you can see, and everyone is different. Sometimes I duplicate them if I've got a little bit more fabric for each one, but maybe different sizes, different shapes, but the makeup bags are fun. Do remember to subscribe to my channel and like my page, and check me out on Etsy.com.